made me know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Hold up. The word saints come up again. The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Did not it say in the last scripture that the elder read in Revelation, the 13th chapter, here's the patience and the faith of the saints? So the word saint comes in again. So who are these saints? Well, if you know the scripture, you would know that the saints are the children of Israel. Go ahead.
But the saints of the Most High shall, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others.
Right, which is the Roman Empire. Now there's a video, and it just came to my mind, and I downloaded it, and basically on that video, I don't know if you brothers saw that video, but on that video, it speaks about America being Rome all over again. Okay? So, I mean, we're not going to show you in post-production, it will be shown to you. You would see it. Okay? But it just came to my mind. Go ahead.
So it says, then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet.
Yeah, that's talking about the ancient Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up.
The 10 horns is, as we said, is talking about the EU, which right now is 27 nations, which is based upon 10 nations that broke up into 27 different nations. But those EU nations were back during the time of the Roman Empire. And there was 10 key nations. Go ahead.
And before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows.
Yeah, one of those horns, it was Great Britain, and out of Great Britain came United States. That tells you that in Revelation 17. Matter of fact, let's get that. Revelation 17 chapter. Because you had heads come out of other heads, horns come out of other horns, powers come out of other powers.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 9. And here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth.
Right, now them 7 heads, if my memory serves me correctly, you had the Roman Empire, you had Great Britain, you had Greece, you had Spain or Hispaniola, all right, you had Germania Major, Germania Minor, and did I name all? I'm sorry, in France, which are the Gauls. So you had, those were the 7. So where did the United States come out of? Came out of one of the 7, as we're going to read. Go ahead.
And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come.
5 are falling, and one is. The one is was the Roman Empire, because this was John receiving that revelation on the Isle of Patmos, that he was sentenced to serve on the salt mines at the hands of the Roman Empire under their jurisdiction. So the one that was that is the Romans. The one that has not yet come as an empire was the Britons. Go ahead.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7.
And that's America. So America is interchangeable with the beast itself. It's also known as a woman that sat upon the beast. So we know that it's not an actual woman, and we know that it's not an actual beast. It's a conglomerate of nations. Going back almost 2,000 years ago was the Roman Empire. Bringing it up to date, as we said many times, is NATO and the EU. Go ahead.
Even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition.
The word perdition means destruction. So that's why that's why I entitled this show New Year's Eve of Destruction. because this could very well be the year that this society goes down. And it seems like every time you put on the news, especially the news outside the United States, there's riots all over the place. It started with Greece and all these European countries and all these Latin countries, and even in these African countries, there's an uproar. Well, there's always uproars in them African countries, but what was I think it's the Ivory Coast. They had an election, and the old president, the previous president, was voted out, but he didn't want to come off his seat. So now they're fighting against each other. So that's happening all around the world. And like I said, 2011, it's going to get, believe me, it's going to go to the next notch. Go ahead.
It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
Yeah, now, 1 hour with the beast represent a little bit more than 42 years, which they did that hour already. And now they're living on borrowed time, so to speak. All right? That's all I want on that. Let's go back to the book of Daniel, where we left off. Go ahead.
All right, it says, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 20. It says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellow.
That's talking about America, because an American Edomite thinks he's better than the German Edomite or the French Edomite. Go ahead.
I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given.
Right, and part of that was this guy, Andrew Jackson, also known as the Indian Killer. Now, they acknowledge that America respects and honors the Bible. And I'm pretty sure the Indian Killer, Andrew Jackson, read the Bible, but I'm pretty sure he read through these scriptures about slavery and recompense and payback and taking people's. I'm pretty sure he read across that, but he didn't have no regard for it. So now, yeah, what's the point right there? Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, to back up Elder Tahar in the joint resolution, which was proclaimed 1983. There's an excerpt here. It says, whereas many of our great national leaders, among them Presidents Washington, Jackson, now he's speaking about Jackson, it says, paid tribute to the surpassing influence of the Bible in our country's development, as in the words of President Jackson, that the Bible is the rock on which our republic rests.
Well, he should know that his future is slavery. All right? Right, he's a hypocrite. All right, go ahead.
It says, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom.
Now, this didn't happen, but it's getting ready to happen. Hopefully, it'll happen 2011. Go ahead.
Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces.
Now, the Roman Empire didn't devour, the ancient Roman Empire